welcome you all here to my very first show, the debut of MamaStaci's Live. And what we're doing here tonight, we're going to talk about total care and terminated. Now, most of you here are healthcare workers. A lot of you work in the emergency department. I don't want anybody falling down those stairs because you guys are not on the clock. So nobody's lives needs to be saved. So what we're going to talk about tonight is, I used to be a nurse. I hung up my stethoscope and I am picking up the mic. And what we're going to do tonight is find out why you guys need to know what happened to me so it doesn't happen to you. I used to work at the #1 hospital. When I first graduated, I started at the #1 hospital in the area. Well, that's what they call themselves. And I did that for a little over 9 years. Then I went over to the teaching hospital. And in the interim, I worked at the hospital that has, started by Catholics, PRN. And I got some of the nice people from there that are here tonight that I got to meet. One of the things about an emergency room nurse, when you get a patient in, they become your patient. No matter where they go. They go to the OR, they go to the floor. That's my patient. And what we're going to talk about tonight is, no, it's not your patient. After you get to emergency room, it's no longer your patient. It can become your friend, but it can't become your patient. One of the things about being an emergency room nurse and it being your patient, it is your patient unless you're watching someone else's patient and they're like, well, that's not my patient. And I'm just holding so, but I'll tell your nurse. But anyway, I went back to work over at the #1 hospital and I hear this call come in. And the call that came in overhead, it said, ambulance room 53. And I called him, I said, what's coming? Because, you know, I've been really, really busy and it was time to restock or something, but I got an ambulance coming. And it was a 20-something-year-old from a nursing home on a vent. And I went, oh, this young man isn't going to have anything up here because it's got to have to be some kind of traumatic brain injury if he's in a nursing home. And so when he came in and I found out that no, he did not have a traumatic brain injury, but he was paralyzed from the neck down. And his injury happened as a teenager, and he'd been like this for like 6 years. So I started talking to him and finding out, you can't move. This young man could not move. From the neck down, he can't move, totally dependent on all of us that were getting paid to take care of him. And I decided in my head, I was like, you're perfect. You're coming from a nursing home, you got, you know, a feeding tube, you got a Foley, you got, you know, a trach. And I can talk to you and find out about those people who can't talk and see if I can be a better nurse. So I decided to befriend this young man and I would go visit him before work, sometimes on my break, and then on my days off. Because I thought, you know, on my days off, what I usually do is travel the world by Hulu, Netflix, and watch Asian movies or, you know, whatever. And I would just lay around. Well, here this young man can't get up, so what right do I have to just lay around? I need to get up and start doing some stuff. So I would go in there and visit him, and I would ask him, you know, he's the best kind of friend for somebody who likes to talk. So I'd go in there and I'd say, dude, you know, and I'd start talking to him because he can't get away. He can't move, right? He can't move, he can't get away. I start talking, I said, you know, let me just tell you about this. Have you ever heard, you know, okay, so I came out from the West Coast, and when I got here, I didn't know I was white till I got here. I thought I was just fat. And when I got here, I found out I was white and fat. And so I would say, so it was blowing my mind that people still saw color. So I did this research paper when I was in college, and it was on slavery, and I told them all about how, you know, what God said in the book about slavery, in the Bible about slavery, and then just all these things. And then I said, and I live in this town that the mills that are there, that they were there before the Civil War, so I know slaves lived where I live, and what we are, you and me, sitting here talking and being nice to each other, are the answer to someone's prayer. Isn't that awesome? You and me. And he's like, not really. He wouldn't say because I couldn't understand it, because he didn't have a voice in it. And so he'd go, okay. And I kept thinking, you know, poor guy, he probably didn't understand, you know, why I would sit there and talk to him, but I had nothing that he couldn't move, and I like to talk. So then I said, hey, do you know about this passenger thing? And I started telling them all about it, this guy who did this thing that can go in this trach thing and he can talk to me. So yeah, I got a couple of those. So they go, all right, so he doesn't need that. But when I did some research, I found out that a diaphragm stimulator, you guys know that there's such a thing as a diaphragm stimulator, that people that have been on the vent for years can get a diaphragm stimulator? I didn't know that. So I'm like, he's looking at me and I said, look, the only reason why you're in a nursing home is probably money. So all you need to do is make money. So we'll do maybe Facebook Live. My daughters were doing makeup. They were doing Facebook Live, and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and I said, have you ever heard of that before? He's like, yeah. Anyway, well, we didn't do that. We're going to do this instead. But anyway, as I'm talking to him and running my mouth and finding out about him, my biggest thing was, I remember when I used to work as a tech, I would go into quadriplegics' homes. They lived in their own homes. I was like, now not with the vent, but they lived in their own home, and I was thinking, how in the heck can we get this kid out of a nursing home? It's too young to be living in a nursing home. My daughter went to school with one of the first quadriplegics I met. She lived in a nursing home, but she went to college and she wrote with a pencil or a pen and typed with her mouth. So why is this stuff not happening for him? And so I just started talking about all the things that could be happening, and all you need is money. I found out he had a couple of kids. I was like, dude, what do you want to do for them? Because here's the thing, my kids' dad passed away. They've got all kinds of words and memories and stuff that in a situation that they can remember what their dad would do or what their dad would say. So I said, what do you want your kids to know about you? What do you want to do for them? You could actually go to college yourself. He just looked at me. He's like, there she is again. One day, he was watching Friends, and I said, why do you watch this? Now, my children really like it. I don't. But probably because it's in English. I like foreign film. But anyway, he said, I want to have friends like that. And I said, really? Okay, I'll be your friend. And that just means that I'm going to be your friend no matter what kind of a personality you have. I will learn how to work with it. And so I would visit him every single day, and I would try and teach him, because some of the patients that you would get that I would sit with when I was just a tech would say, this is what you need to do, this is your job to keep me out of the hospital. I know exactly what will keep me healthy, and they would demand that I kept them healthy. I would do my job. So I was just pushing that to him. I said, you need to know what you need and how you need it. You be the director of your care. So I would go in and I would see, he had all these lines. I said, it's really important. These lines aren't under you. And his telly box, couldn't find it one night. I was kind of mad that I didn't stick it out, because the next morning it was in the middle of his back. And this guy is pretty skinny to begin with. Then I find out he's like not wanting to eat, and I was like, okay, why don't you want to eat? Let's find out, why are you not taking your tube feeds? He's like, oh, well, I'm full, and his belly would be big. So I showed him the whole intestines on your little, on Google, and I said, this is what your intestines look like. The food goes in, you're probably just full of shit, dude. When's the last time you went? He's like, I don't know. And I'd ask him, I said, okay, so when did you get turned last? He doesn't get turned. So why don't you get turned? Well, I don't like it. Okay. There is an order for most people who can't move to be turned every 2 hours. You should come into the room every 2 hours. Even if they refuse, you need to go into the room and say, dude, it's time to turn me. Eventually they might say, okay. But I did ask him, why don't you like being turned? Because you got like no acetol. There's holes in there. We got to get you off your rear end. And what he would say was, it's because they put you on your side, you're not comfortable, you don't feel safe, and then they don't come back. So they weren't. He was, in his years of being a quadriplegic in an institutional setting, he was not getting the every 2 hour attention that is ordered for people who can't move. I also tell him, this is why you have to get it. So I Googled decubitus. I said, look, you gotta look at these, look at these, and you don't want to get off your butt, so you don't have these anymore. And then one time I was in there, someone I used to work with, she goes, oh, do you work at the nursing home? I said, no. And she said, I told her I worked in the emergency room, and she goes, oh yeah, I remember your emergency room, so you guys are just old friends? I said, yes. He's my friend, and I'm old. So then I would just joke all the time about being old friends. Yes, we're old friends. He's my friend, and I'm old. So those are the few things I know. Those are the few things that ended up getting me later. I would call every day, because I told him, I said, you're on my way to work, so I'm either going to stop and see you in the nursing home, or I'm going to see you before work. One of those two things. And I would call and say, is he there? That's all I want to know. I'm not saying saying, you know, what's wrong with him, nothing, just isn't there. I've been doing that so he came in on the 8th, every day I'd see him, so that Sunday right after that, they said, well, let me get you the nurse. And so they give me to the nurse and said, we can't give you that information. I said, what? I've been calling up here every day, and they've been giving me the information. And she said, no, you're not family, you can't know whether he's here or not. So I stopped at the nursing home just to see, and they're like, he ain't here. And the day before, he was feeling really bad, and I thought, oh man, if that sucker died, and that would be really bad. But when I got to the room, the nurse was in there, and this is what she said. She said, I'm the mean nurse that wouldn't let her know whether or not you're here or not. Do you want her to know any information about you? And he said, yeah. And so she said, I'm going to put it in the chart. So she turned and said, well, what's her name? Of course, he knew my name. Smart boy. Anyway, so she put in the chart that whoever I am has permission to basically ask if he's there or not. So he comes in on the 8th. I go visit him every single day. And on the 24th, a Thursday, for whatever reason, he's in there for a long time. I get a call as I'm coming in from my manager, and she says, before you start work tonight, I need to see you. And I was like, oh, well, I'm here, I'm fixing to go see my friend, you need me to see you first. She said, well, that's up to you, it's up to you. And I said, well, she's got kids, let me go let her go home. This is normally the time she goes home. So I go in there, and she said, there's been a problem. We have heard that you are violating policy with possibly your friend. And I said, what? She said, yeah, you are misrepresenting yourself as an old friend. You've been taking pictures of his diffuse ulcers and showing them to him. You have looked in his chart, a previous chart. Well, when you get an ambulance in, you might want to look like at a previous doctor's note to see what he was here for. And I had done that on the 8th and the 9th. I had kind of looked to see a little bit of history on him. And then on the 13th, he was getting blood. And I thought, oh man, his hemoglobin was low when he came in, and I missed it, and I should have, caught it. So I opened up the doctor's chart, and I saw that. It's against policy, guys. The patient is no longer yours. You cannot look at a previous notes. Don't do it. You cannot look at a doctor's note from upstairs. You can't do it. It's against policy. It will get you terminated. But anyway, I'm in the manager's office, and she says, so unfortunately, this is going to be investigated. You're going to be put on whatever you call it. And thank you, administrative leave. But you have to turn in your name badge, and you have to get off the property, and you cannot come back until we decided whether or not you can work here anymore. And I was like, really? So now my friend, who I've been visiting every single day, his family lives hours away from here. Mama don't drive. For them to get visits, it's always a crapshoot. And because Mom would be planning on coming, and somebody would never, But anyway, I would told him I'm seeing you every single day. Well, now I can't even go up there and tell him, dude, I can't come and see you. I was a little upset about that. Then I had to write this note to the HR lady as to explaining my whatever it is I did wrong, which I don't need to go over because I just told you about it. And see, I'm getting better now. Anyway, so I go home. I'm like, I can't even tell them I'm not coming. I said, we at least call up there and have the nurse tell them that I'm not going to be visiting him. And so she did that, but he tells me he never heard nothing. So the next day, she told me that I had to have this note emailed to her. I said, can I do it at home? She said, yeah, just email it to me. HR will call me in the morning. And I said, okay. I go home and I'm like, dang, it's bad that I can't tell him, because here you have this guy who can't move. You're getting paid to take care of him. And my biggest concern for him is you need to make sure you're the director of your care. When's the last time your teeth were brushed? You came in on a Sunday, it's Wednesday. His teeth still ain't been brushed. His thing that goes around the trach, I asked him, how often, do you guys change it? Only when it gets soiled. I'm thinking, dang, that's every single day, and you ain't doing it. Well, we don't have it on the schedule. What goes around your peg tube should be changed every day. It's because it gets wet, and it just makes skin break down. Wasn't getting done. So I just constantly telling them, dude, you need to be the director of your care. You need to tell them, change this, change that, brush my teeth. And I never really got on to the people that were there because they're all busy, you know, and I don't know how you can do a floor nurse and be in someone's room every 2 hours. I don't know how that works. I've only been an emergency room nurse. Let me just tell you, you get a patient, do not send them upstairs without changing the diaper. If they're wearing diapers, change them, because who knows how long they're going to be sitting in whenever they're in until somebody on the floor can get around to it to see their patient. Exactly. So don't ever do that, because you're getting paid to take care of them anyway. And you don't get paid by the person, you get paid by the hour. So, okay, yes, they had to stay in the emergency room 15 more minutes because you had to change them. Change them. And if you work in a nursing home, don't say, unless they're doing CPR, I don't care if the ambulance showed up, change that sucker before he gets on there. They ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna go, hey, the ambulance is here, we gotta get him out of here. No, change them. Because by the time we'll do all your life-saving stuff or whatever, by the time we can get down to changing you, you know, it may be an hour or two. You don't need to sit in that. So if you work in a nursing home, check your patient changing before they get on that ambulance, unless they're dying, you know. But they don't always come in dying. Dying is bad. But that's a whole other thing. All right, so here I am, the night before, and I am now going to hear from HR, and I thought to myself, what? I did a really good, like, you know, half a page, which is really good, because it could take me 10 pages to write something, but I only wrote it like half a page to explain, nope, I didn't take pictures of him. I did show him Google pictures of the intestines, and I did show him what the tubulus looked like on Google, according to Google. Yes, I'm his old friend, but that's because he's my friend and I'm old. And no, I did not misrepresent myself as someone who has permission to know about his care. Basically, I just want to call up there, is he there or not? That had nothing to do with me. So the next morning, my phone rings. And I tell you what, I don't know, this lady, she would have made a good Snickers commercial. You know that hangry thing? She was so hot. She just, how dare you? And I'm like, okay. So, what exactly, how dare I? So, looking at the chart from the doctor's note from a previous visit, how dare I? Looking at a social work note from a previous, how dare I? Just was flipping out. She decided that she was going to get this taken care of today. And I thought, okay. So Friday morning, and she said, I'm going to go talk to the people on the 5th floor. And I'm thinking, all right, I can get it. You don't like someone who maybe work here that's in your room. But technically, just teaching the boy wasn't really giving you guys a hard time. I would wash his face. If I didn't wash his face wouldn't get washed. But again, my whole plan was, let me just tell you, what was coming up was skills fair. So I was going to put together this whole program of how maybe nurses could do a little bit better. Because this boy can't move. You're getting paid to do this for him. All the people that are getting paid, they're getting paid to do all the things he can't do. So let's just do them. But if you're going to do them, you better do them right. Nothing makes me more mad. I'd get in there and he'd have his Foley in the stat box, but it ain't in the right spot, so what good is it? Or they changed him, but there's shyster all over the program. What good is that? If you're going to do something, you need to do it right. So I didn't get on to them, I would just clean them up. You know, I would just do it. But my plan was to do some big teaching and maybe motivate people to say, hey, really, seriously, we are getting paid to do this, so let's see if we can do better. So since they did her investigation, she went to the 5th floor, and I don't know what they told her, and I don't think she talked to him because he still had no idea. And then she talked to legal, and then at 4:30 I get a phone call, and she says, it's me from HR, you're on speakerphone, your manager's here, and I'm not sure if there was somebody else. She said, so we did our investigation, and because you looked at the chart on this date, the previous chart on this date, the previous chart on this date, and you looked at the admitting physician's chart after he was upstairs, you are terminated. Not only are you terminated, you are not allowed on our property for the the rest of your life unless you are seeking medical care for yourself. Guess who ain't going to get sick and go there? That would be me. So, the biggest thing is, ER nurses, they ain't your patient unless they your patient. And if they your patient, don't look at anybody else's chart because it is against policy and it will get you terminated. Now, as the story goes on, I was kind of like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Now, I do have a friend, I know it's all shocking, but I do have one. Her name's Staci, and she's got this lake house. It's really cool. And I called her up and I said, you at the lake house, I could use a picture of the lake right now. And she's like, no, I'm down here in South Carolina. And I was like, oh, I'm coming over. And when I told my daughter, most people knew that my next career was going to be stand-up comedy because nurses can't smoke pot. Right? First thing somebody asked me when I could tell them that I got terminated, do you want to get high? I was like, no, I don't want to get high right now. I just got terminated. And I still haven't yet because that's going to be another joke. But anyway, the whole thing about it was is I go out to Vegas and I give her the whole meeting this kid and I tell her all these stories and I get to the end and say, no, I just got fired today. She's like, you've been talking for an hour and now you tell me you got fired? I said, yes. So I went out to the lake with her, but I called my daughter. I was like, I don't know what to do. I mean, he can't. Nobody has told him that this person who has been faithfully coming every single day cannot come. And my daughter, who has pink hair, she said, well, Mama, they may have kicked you out, but they sure as heck ain't kicked me out. So she went up there and she sat down and talked with him about an hour and let him know that I can't come until he gets back to the nursing home. And they kind of, became family too. And I just want to say that he just was like, how could they do that to you? I said, it doesn't matter. It was against policy for whatever reason. Y'all, they ain't your patient no more. So don't get fired, okay? Don't do it. I don't know why this lady is so angry. So on the day of that she says, and we have terminated you cannot come back to our property, and she says your insurance will be turned off at midnight. And I thought to myself, damn, midnight, huh? Too bad I'm not like suicidal because that would be like humongous dollars for my kids, but I ain't suicidal. So I guess midnight's gonna come and go, but then after, when you get terminated, a couple weeks goes by and you're like, okay, I'm applying for jobs and nobody's hiring me. Damn, she should have told me 2 weeks. I could have made my kids millionaires. Smoked myself to death, right? Anyway, so I decided to go visit him, and I just want to say, you gotta really think about this. Here's this young guy, can't move, totally dependent on everybody else, totally. It don't matter if he's a jerk, don't matter how he got that way, makes no difference. If you are being paid to take care of that patient, then you're getting paid to do the job that you're getting paid to do, so just do it. And if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. But we're sitting in his 4-bed nursing home room. You can't imagine being in your 20s and having 3 other people in your room. And something's flying around. I thought, oh, it's a mosquito. Let me get this mosquito. I don't want it to bite you. And he goes, bite you? I don't want it to fly up my nose. And I thought, you're right. You can't even move to stop something from flying up your nose. So my whole thing about bringing you all in here to hear me tell that story is don't get into those charts, because even if you're trying to do some teaching, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because then I Googled it later and I did some teaching. It is against policy, and yes, they can terminate you, and they have perfect right to. So now that they have terminated me, I get to do my next career, which is stand-up comedy. And we'll be doing videos, we'll be putting them up. I just want to say thank you all for showing up. There's food back there, there's lots of alcohol. And the most important thing is what? If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right. There is one more thing. So we don't charge to come in, and I don't play, but I do have a guitar case that likes green. And its sign says, if you didn't read it, There's no guarantee where your donation will end up. It could feed the hungry, help a struggling family, pay my bills, or quite possibly finance a marijuana farm. I want you guys to drive safe, drink up, eat up. Come on out to this bar anytime you want. There's pool tables upstairs if y'all want to play. Thank you for coming.